So, now we are. So, Agent Best is here. Well, I didn't react to it because I did some things today. I had things to do today, so I missed out on IGN's live stream fest. But but apparently there's no trailer, no new footage, but we get some details. A 17-minute long video saying that according to the cast, fans will love it. So let's see what they gotta say, because I'm already loving this movie so far. What details do they gotta say in order for me to love this movie even more, even though it's not out yet? So yeah. So let's go fast with the cast. Let's get it.
It's been 2 years since our little blue devil Sonic appeared in the small Montana town of Green Hills, and now...
You mean Blue Blur? You mean Blue Blur? But okay.
His arch nemesis, Dr. Robotnik, returns from the Mushroom World, but this time he isn't alone. I'm Nars, and this is IGN's FanFest. I'm so excited to interview the cast and crew of Sonic 2, but we put some feelers out for die-hard questions, and we got some incredible ones, so thank you guys so much for joining me.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Hi, this is Jeff Fowler. I'm the director of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Hey, my name is Ben Schwartz. I play Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Hey everyone, I'm James Marsden, and I played Tom in Sonic 2.
Hello, I'm
Colleen.
Now, our first question to Jeff. You've spoken about the bigger scope of Sonic 2 in comparison to the first movie. Obviously, we have more characters, Tails and Knuckles, but you also spoken about bigger action, bigger set pieces. How do you balance the scope from a personal perspective and then kind of build on those moments with every individual character?
I mean, that's the trick, is trying to balance it all, because we have an embarrassment of riches. I mean, there's so much great material to pull from. 30 years Sonic's been around. There's so many great characters, so many great worlds. But yeah, that's kind of just the movie-making process, is just trying to figure out the right proportions of the action, the humor, and the heart. But I think, just speaking for how we approach these movies, I don't think anyone ever came out of a movie theater and said, you know what? That movie had too much heart. I really, it was a real turnoff. These emotions.
Jeff Fowler understands what we go through in Hollywood.
Script to have that heart in there, and then once the cast comes in, they do a great job. I mean, perfect example is our rowboat scene. Those kind of scenes are really, their importance cannot be overstated. So yeah, it's but the action is fun too. So it's a big movie.
It is gonna be action oriented. So yeah, according to the plot leaks.
Without giving away any spoilers, have those changes impacted how Sonic is portrayed, or would you say there's like significant character development in Sonic from 1 and 2?
I think there is actually great character development. I think
Oh yes, there better be.
Did an incredible job in that Sonic has someplace to grow. Sonic has with the scale. Sonic has new ambitions and things like that. So it's really fun to get to play.
Sonic's gonna grow. Sonic's gonna grow up. You know what that means? Sonic is no longer annoying. So Sonic is gonna be mature once and for all. Fuck, finally. Shit.
Say that, so kind of the arc of the first one is this little kid that doesn't have any friends, trying to find a place to belong and find a family. The second one has a different kind of for
Oh.
Sonic, which I'm not going to say to not give anything away, but it's really lovely, and it goes into what Jeff said. I think you can have all this action, which they do so well. You can have all this comedy, which is so fun. But when you have the heart and when you care about what happens to your characters, I think that's when the movie goes from good to great. And Jeff is incredible at that. So we have a whole bunch of that.
Ben said it perfectly. No matter how much action you have, if you don't care about the characters, then all that action is kind of meaningless. It has no stakes. So as we bring in these new great characters like Tails and Knuckles, we're going to work really hard to make sure that the audience cares about them.
So basically, what they just confirmed right here is that the action will have stakes. It is gonna be action oriented, and it's actually the movie is actually gonna have stakes. So, thank you, just thank you. You actually understand what this franchise is about. Unlike fucking Azuka.
And then has a great time with them, for 2 hours.
Speaking of bringing in new characters, Jack, the movie so far is keeping up with the game's timeline, the original Sonic, and now Sonic 2 with Tails' introduction, and obviously Knuckles came in Sonic 3, but we have him here in this movie. Are there any specific set pieces, levels, designs, etc. from Sonic 2 and 3, the games, that you wanted to pull for the sequel?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I knew it.
All kinds, and one of them was in the trailer, of course, the biplane, the tornado.
Tornado.
Sonic visual from Sonic 2, and so as we were sort of setting out the plot, Sonic
Sky
2,
Chase.
we're all really excited about just pulling that great sort of imagery that all the fans are going to get excited about when they see it on the big screen, and just creating a real cinematic version of the stuff that fans have loved, from Sonic 1, from Sonic 2, but yeah, it's
basically a
great
cinematic
part
movie
there's
version
great
of the
Easter
classic
eggs to kind of
games.
Incorporate, and this movie is chock full of them. I couldn't even begin to list them because there's just so much stuff fans get excited about.
Do you think Tom thinks of Sonic as a son or as a best friend or friend?
That's a great question. I think the beginning of the first film, obviously, and all throughout the first film, it was a friendship. It was a buddy road trip, But I think
He admits it.
continues to evolve into this second movie. When Sonic is part of the family now. He's moved in, and he's getting a little too.
These niggas better not. They better not make him a son. They better not make him a son. It's one thing if he's talked to like a son, but to actually make him a son, no, fam, no, don't do it.
Big for his britches and maybe a bit ahead of his skis a little bit. They need somebody to kind of come in and maybe I think it's something that yes, it's starting to evolve into more of a parental relationship. Whether Tom's aware of it or not, I think Tom's just trying to be a good, supportive presence for him, and to like any father would, sort of guide him through life and let
Okay, never mind.
He's going to have his time, and there'll be a reason for him to to be using all these powers that he feels like he's not allowed to use. So yeah, I think obviously
Let me guess. Is there gonna be a scene in this film where Sonic, where Tom teaches Sonic to, uses train Sonic with his powers before he goes off on vacation? Considering that he didn't have enough training in the first film because he had to escape Green Hills when the Echidnas attacked him. So yeah.
It began as a friendship, but it continues to evolve into I think more of a sort of father-son sort of relationship dynamic. And again, whether Tom's aware of it or not, he's just trying to be a good guy for the kid.
Has the introduction of Tails and Knuckles, who obviously share similarities with Sonic, has that impacted your approach to voicing the characters?
for moving the camera a lot.
Now we get to see Sonic with a sidekick for the first time, someone that is a sycophant, someone that looks up to him, is so exciting, and then someone that's more powerful than him becomes exciting too.
Yes! Knuckles is more powerful in this. Knuckles is more powerful this time around. Thank you.
So I think you get to see different shades of what Sonic's like?
You know, I think I approach Tails the same way every time, whether it was for the show or the games. I think the difference here is that it's more the beginning of the relationship, and we're establishing, you know, getting to know each other and learning who Tails is, learning who Sonic is with this little buddy. And, you know, it's such a collaborative effort when you work on anything.
I'm happy that they actually brought Colleen to voice Tails in the movies.
I think I approach it the same way, though.
Mario might make a movie, or is making a movie that's coming out soon. Is there anything Sonic would like?
They're talking about that Illumination Mario movie we're getting later this year. Watch this, guys. They're gonna how much you want to bet they're gonna talk trash about it? Remember that joke in the first film where Sonic hated mushrooms? How much you want to bet they're gonna talk trash about the Mario movie? The Mario movie we're getting later this year. How much you want to bet, guys?
To say to his longtime rival.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
This could be controversial. Careful, Ben.
Oh.
For real, by the way. Am I allowed to say anything? Can I say something, Jeff? Then you can tell me if I can't say it?
Just go for it. Just what does your heart tell you?
My heart says Smash Brothers Initiative.
Oh, Smash Brothers! I mean, we're not gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get a Smash Brothers film. Brothers film, but if we hold on. I don't think we're gonna get a Smash Brothers film, but the rivalry between Mario and Sonic has been here for pretty much ever since Sonic has been around. Pretty much ever since Sonic just started making. Ever since Sonic 1. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Unless I'm just saying, unless they do a multiverse, I'm just saying, we can still get that Smash Bros. Film. We can still have that Mario vs. Sonic film. I'm just saying, if the teams collaborate with the multiverse shit we got going on right now, especially since Sonic Prime is coming, I think they can actually do it with Sonic Prime. With Sonic Prime, yeah. I think they can actually do it.
Honestly, it's strange to act with real people anymore. For me.
Imagine if this cast, speaking of Mario, imagine if the Sonic cast in the movies, imagine if the Sonic cast just straight up makes fun of Chris Pratt as Mario and Charlie Day as Luigi. Imagine if Jim Carrey talks trash about Jack Black being Bowser. Imagine if all of a sudden they just started talking trash about the Mario cast we got. Yeah.
In the future, is the most COVID-safe, COVID-friendly way to shoot a film. I've done a couple of films this model, which is a mix of live action and animation, and
yeah, go on, speak on it. You've been here before. Just go ahead and say it. We know what you're talking about. We've all seen it. We all know how trash and cringy they are, except for Sonic.
Been very lucky to sort of figure it out along the way.
Go ahead.
You know, it's definitely
just speak it up.
like you have to kind of map everything out before you have to have a clear understanding of what the scene's about. You know, and Ben and I have gotten to be very close, much closer than he felt comfortable with as friends during this process. But it was important because I was shooting all of my stuff first, and then it'd be sent back to Ben, and he would have to kind of fill in the gaps. So we got a good sense of each other's sense of humor and sensibilities, and so that's always a good thing. I think that's really important to know. If I come up with something on the day, you asked about like improvisation. I got to know that Ben's going to understand what I'm doing or where I'm going with it.
The animators come in and do their thing with Sonic, but if the cat.
There you go. People that actually feels comfortable, actually has a good time with this movie, and on top of that, having a good story and good plot, good character development to get good character development to make up for all of it, this movie is gonna make bank. Like I said.
They're not sort of making the scene feel real or the
Exactly. What's the point of having all this fun if the movie is not gonna be that great? See, they know. They know. Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing it.
The conversation between Sonic and Sonic, that just if it feels if you feel the technical nature of it, then it's just not going to work. And James has always just given us such great material to work with, and the animators, that come in and put it all together. But yeah, it's incredibly challenging. So it's one of those things that I cannot say enough wonderful things about James and all the cast, because everyone has to deal with that same technical challenge.
It is a challenge, and these days especially, we are alone. We have a voice in our head, and that's directing us, and then the microphone. So it's challenging. We don't have makeup, we don't have costumes, we don't have sets, we don't have props. So you have to create everything with just your voice coming through a microphone. You don't even have your face. So it is. It's challenging, but it's something that it's a skill that you can develop, and all those acting 101, sticking points. They're there. Who are you talking to? What's the situation? What in this situation? What would this character do? Where has he been? Where is he going?
Hear it. Let's hear it.
You gotta hang on to all those acting chops from a million years ago and just throw them into the ether.
What about you, Ben?
First of all, way easier to not have James there. It's a waste of time to have around me.
Ready
So
for
way
that.
easier to do it without him. Absolute piece of garbage.
Even though this movie is gonna be more Sonic being independent, Sonic and Tom are most likely gonna be separated in this movie. So yeah.
Bologna sandwich, no bread, no condiments, acting with styrofoam. So for me to do it by myself is a huge, huge help. But I will say, so I've been doing voiceover since 2005, so 17. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so old. So 17 years. And the thing that I've learned from deciphering between the two is that exactly what Colleen said, and Colleen is obviously a hero of this, of the Sonic franchise in every form, is that because you don't see our faces, and even though sometimes they put dots on my face and they put a bunch of cameras there, you have to act out what your face is kind of doing. You almost have to give it a little bit more. You almost have to to give the animator something to play with, or to kind of give them a path and what you're.
I really love
floating.
Sonic's animation in
it's a
these
skill set.
movies.
It's a really
I really
interesting
love the
wonderful skill
animation.
set.
Colleen, I have a fan question from Remy the Chipmunk. Having voiced Tails for numerous IP, what was it like stepping back into this role again?
Stepping into Tails is really comfortable for me. I just love him to pieces, and I think I've been voicing him for 7, maybe 8 years now. So I can easily step into those shoes. This was definitely a different experience.
Steger, you better keep calling for a long time. Jesus Christ. They better not get rid of Tails. Like, it's one thing if you get rid of Roger. It's one thing if you get rid of Roger, Craig Smith, or Mike Pollock. But if you're gonna get rid of Colleen, that's crossing the freaking line. Heck, even Mike Pollock is crossing the line. It's one thing if you get rid of Roger, but to get rid of Colleen, that's crossing the line.
I feel very comfortable. I just love him so much. He's this little piece of me right here that I can just pick him up and off we go.
Did Roger say that? Let me know in the comments. Did Roger Craig Smith say that? I'm not hating on Roger, by the way. I'm not hating on Roger.
Stacey wants to know, how did you learn the role of Sonic?
It kind of started at the very beginning. I had a meeting with Tim Miller, who's a producer on this movie. I had it with something else. And right next to him at Blur was Jeff Fowler. And they said, we're going to go out with Sonic because it didn't have a home yet. And they were telling me about it, and I told them how much, I love voiceover, and told them about stuff I was doing. And they said, maybe one day we'll have you help out a little bit. And so they called me to do just a test scene, which is a 5-minute scene that Jeff was going to direct, that was eventually going to go out to all the studios, and then if the studios liked it, they would hopefully say, we do Sonic. And it was kind of like a freebie deal, and that I was told that, it doesn't mean you're going to be the person, just would you help us out and do us a favor. And I love the IP so much, and I love the character so much that I said, yes, of course. and we did it, and Jeff did an incredible job making that test video, and if it wasn't incredible, he wouldn't have been able to do it. And then Paramount bought it, and then I think they went through the process of maybe going through the very famous people of who maybe could take on Sonic, and they kept going back to that. They kept going back to that test scene, right, Jeff?
Yep.
And then,
we had it right.
And then
We had it right
in
from
the
the start.
And when I did it, he loved the way I delivered it and felt like that's the way that Sonic in the film should be delivered. And then I remember I waited, like 8 months or something, and then I got a phone call from Jeff. I know exactly the street I was on in Burbank. I was just doing a VO thing, and I was coming off, and he told me while I was walking down, I know the sidewalk I was on, when he finally said, "You're going to be Sonic." And I was like, did that ER move at the beginning of ER where he goes on his knee and he goes like this. From the opening sequence in ER. I was so excited. There was no money in the beginning. It was just a favor, but I believed in Jeff, and I loved the project so much that I would do whatever they wanted.
You hear this, Illumination? They're not doing voice cast for the money. You hear this, Illumination, with your freaking Mario movie? The Sonic team is not doing voice acting for the money. They're doing it because they have a passion. I know what you're gonna say. Yes, I know Jim Carrey and Idris Elba make a lot of money, but they're doing it because they have a passion. Unlike freaking Chris Pratt as Mario, I can actually see Ben Schwartz as Sonic. Obviously, Colin is definitely Tails. I can see Jim Carrey as Eggman. I think, but the way he pull it off in the movies, I liked it. I could see Jim Carrey as Eggman. I could actually see Idris Elba as Knuckles. Yeah, I can see Idris Elba as Knuckles. Although I am gonna say it is a little bit too deep for Knuckles, but still threatening, and it's still good. I cannot see Chris Pratt as Mario. I cannot see Jack Black as Bowser. I cannot see Michael Keaton as Toad. I literally cannot see Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I literally cannot see Charlie Day as Luigi. I cannot see Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach. I cannot see any of those voice actors voicing the Mario characters. Whereas for Sonic, I can see all of these doing the voices of the Sonic characters. So yeah.
And it ended up that they had given me...
Except Jim Carrey is not voicing. He's actually there. He's actually acting.
Incredible opportunity afterwards.
So our final fan question comes from Elfon TV, and Elfon wants to ask Jeff, are we gonna see a Sonic 3?
They've already confirmed it, guys. They've already confirmed it 2 months before the movie release. I still cannot believe they confirmed Sonic 3 2 months right before Sonic 2 releases.
It would make me happier. We have such a great time making these movies. I think everyone just loves the world, loves the characters. But right now we're just, we're kind of going one movie at a time. So fingers crossed, everybody comes out and has a great time with this sequel. And then, hopefully we'll get to do more.
Now, you may have noticed that we're missing the 2 villains of the Sonic sequel, Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles. They couldn't be here for the panel, but Jim Carrey and Idris Elba want to answer your fan questions, so here's what they had to say.
Right before... fucking ads.
IGN, what's up? It's Idris Elba, and this is from Blair Witch Hunt. And their question was, what personal touches did I bring to my character Knuckles? Well, the personal touches that I try to bring is, I guess, a sense of humor. He's, you know me, I'm known for being hilarious, but Knuckles definitely isn't. So, in the recording of my character, I would just bring some oddities to him in his personality. He was like, he didn't think he was saying funny stuff, but we would just encourage him to say stuff that just sounded funny and sounded so serious.
Kind of, I'm not saying like Drax. He just said, but like serious. So Knuckles is serious, but also funny at the same time. Serious yet gullible at the same time. So that's Knuckles' character. He can be serious, but have him be a little funny. Basically a much more serious Drax from Guardians. Basically like how Drax is in the comics, but the MCU treated him like a meme, like a joke.
So there's like one scene, I can't tell you too much about it, but he talks about ice cream, and he talks about ice cream pretty seriously. Anyway, that was.
I swear, I can already see me. Ice cream. So there's a scene where Knuckles is talking about not Sonic, not Tails, not even Eggman. Knuckles is talking about ice cream. I swear, I can tell memes are gonna be. I can tell there's gonna be memes when Knuckles talks about ice cream.
Sort of my personal touch is trying to bring and inject a little humor. Thanks for that question. Much love. Can't wait to see the movie.
I have a question here from someone. Why do you think Dr. Robotnik's character is such a good fit for you? How does he compare to other wacky characters you've played in your career? I think Robotnik is the perfect fit for me because I am a master of playing people who are filled with self-loathing and who compensate for it with a veneer of total confidence and even an air of superiority. And so when I get that call, I'll be there. Yes, sir.
That actually sounds like Eggman. Yes, sir.
I'll be in the way. Bad guys yell. When they're being thwarted. I'll be in the way kids laugh.
This has more passion already than the Mario movie, I swear.
Here's Sonic 2's on the TV.
Look how the voice actors are actually having fun.
Eating the popcorn they made. And playing video games.
And you are gonna be part of the best video game movie of all time, my boy. So yeah, I'm not trashing the Illumination Mario movie, but I'm just saying I do think this is gonna be a better film. And also, this also has more passion than Frontiers right now. The Sonic Frontiers. Sega, seriously, release a freaking trailer already. But yeah.
In the circle of friends they built online. I'll be there too. Scene.
Is there a trailer? That was awesome. That was awesome. Literally, yeah, that was awesome. It was not even a trailer. It was the voice actors and just the actors in general talking about how much fun they are having with these films. When they brought up that Illumination Mario movie, I honestly thought they were gonna trash it. No, I mean not like trash it, but like say that, oh, believe me, our movie's gonna be better. Our movie's gonna make more money. Honestly, that they were gonna say something more like that, not like, oh, the Mario movie's gonna suck. This movie is gonna blow that Mario movie away. Like Chris Pratt's Mario is trash. Like I didn't think they were gonna say something like that. I do think they were gonna say something more like, oh, our movie is gonna make a lot more money. Fans are gonna have a lot more fun with our film than theirs. So yeah. And that's basically the fan fest. That just gave me more hype. Knuckles is really gonna talk about ice cream. Watch memes come out of that. Watch people make memes about that. Knuckles talking about ice cream. Oh man, this movie, man. Although I am gonna say this though, if they make a Sonic movie 3, when they make a Sonic movie 3, if they bring in characters like Shadow or Chaos, which are most likely gonna be the villains in the third movie, I do think they need to take it a little bit more serious. Yes, you can have fun with it. The adventure games had funny moments, but at the same time, like, I do think they need to. I still hope for that much more. I still think we need to get that much more serious and darker Sonic film. I still hope for that much more darker and serious film, especially since these are live action Sonic films. They're not animated Sonic films. These are much more live actions. These are live action Sonic films. I still hope for that much. I still think we need to get that much more serious and dark Sonic film. So yeah. And this movie is gonna have stakes, so I do think there's gonna be a lot. I do think they're gonna set up a much more serious Sonic film. But they can still have fun. They can still have a lot of fun. I'm not saying have it be a darker and depressing movie. No, that's never gonna happen. Let's be real. But I do think they need to make it a little more, like, let's just say this. Let's just have it like this. Have the first film be a comedy. Have this one be a balance between darker and serious. I mean, dark and fun, and have the Dirt movie just straight up be a much more serious film. Let's have it like that, so that way it's growing, it's character development, it's them growing up. So yeah, while still having fun at the same time. So yeah. So let's have it be like that. Cause I still believe that with that we might get that much more serious Sonic film. So yeah. Now the question is, when are we gonna get a second trailer? Cause obviously we didn't get a trailer here, so I do think we need to get that trailer soon. Or they're just gonna have they're gonna have it be like the first movie and have it be like only one trailer, but just a couple of more TV spots that just completely spoils the damn film. So yeah, which I still hope they're not, because otherwise I'm gonna have to stay off the internet for a while. So yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. So I don't know if we're gonna get that second trailer or not. But like and subscribe, hit that bell, hit those notifications down below. You know the drill. Subscribe to my channels, look in the description. Blah blah blah. You know the ding. Team Sonic, freak Mario movie. I love both Mario and Sonic, but when it comes to movies, Sonic stay taking the W's while Mario just takes the L's. So yeah, like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. I'm out. Peace, Sonic Squad.